What's the easiest way to buy? The Witham way. That means stocking a wide selection of the area's top-selling pre-owned vehicles that fit any budget. From low-mileage cars to one-owner cars to local trades, we carry the vehicles you want. That's the Witham way. And check your mailbox for this month's specials or online at withamauto.com. Witham Auto Centers in Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and LaPorte City.
Everything we do is driven by you.
The Tiger Booster Club is the team behind the team, working together to support every athletic program in the Cedar Falls Community School District.
We couldn't survive without the Tiger Booster Club. Their funding lets us be able to get our equipment and complete the needs of our programs to make sure that they have everything they need.
The Tiger Booster Club was established in 1975. Its mission has remained the same: to instill Tiger pride in the community and to support student athletes, both at the high school and at junior highs.
We simply could not and would not look like champions on the court without the financial support from our Tiger Booster Club.
We expect to have championship caliber teams both on the field and on the court, and it starts with the basics, including quality team uniforms and training equipment.
The Tiger Booster Club provides funding for new uniforms and new equipment for more than 20 athletic programs.
Money raised through the Cedar Falls Booster Club directly supports every athletic program in the Cedar Falls School District. The three primary revenue-raising opportunities that the Booster Club has are the Pat Mitchell Golf Outing, the Sturgis Falls 5K, and membership.
The Pat Mitchell Memorial Golf Outing brings together alumni, businesses, and community members coming together in support of student athletes.
You just think back and just in honor of Coach Mitchell and everything that I try to do in my life, just everything that he instilled in me, try to implement that in my life and make him proud. I know that just having this day was a big deal for him too, and he always preached on how important it is, and for all the football guys in high school coming up to come out and just show your face in the community and see, just talk to the people of the community and who the people are supporting you guys to just give back. And so I know this day meant a lot for him, so it means a lot for me to come back to.
The second event is the Sturgis Falls Half Marathon and 5K runs, which is the oldest half marathon in the state of Iowa.
Becker has actually done a great job with this race. He took it over a couple years ago, and he's doing amazing things, getting CF alumni from a bunch of different generations. So it's really cool to see. You have guys that graduated, over 5 years ago, and then you have people that are still on the team right now. So it's cool to see all those CF runners here supporting the Cedar Falls program.
Now the Tiger Booster Club is stepping up their game, and to do so, they need you on the team.
We're looking to increase our membership because, our cost of doing business, to do things right with our kids, is going up every year. And the more members we have helps us cover those costs and be able to give our kids a first-class experience.
Team fight, let's go, team fight.
So how can you join the team? The Tiger Booster Club is accepting new team members all the time, and each membership helps the team reach their goal.
So it's very important that people know that anything they do when they're joining the Booster Club directly goes back to our athletes and helps us be successful.
Cedar Falls is a great place to live, and my idea with this emphasis on community support and emphasis on the team behind the team is to encourage Cedar Falls to take an outstanding community and make it even better.
There are varying levels of membership within the Tiger Booster Club, so you can fit the level that works with your budget and the needs of your family. And businesses who invest in the Tiger Athletics get valuable advertising options within the printed programs distributed throughout the year. As a member of the team, the Tiger Booster Club offers all sports passes to all Tiger Athletic events at the high school and junior high level, with options for total number of adult passes or Cub passes for students in grades K through 6. The Cedar Falls Tigers are stepping up their game, giving their all on the field and on the court.
Record setter.
We super appreciate the people who show up to our athletic contests and get in the stands and cheer and support the Tigers. We ask that you take it to the next level and simply join the Booster Club. And then not only are you supporting us with your cheers, but you're also supporting us financially.
We need your support. So there's opportunity out there to still join. And if you need information to do so, it's available on the high school website.
It's such a big deal going through the high school and just the athletic department supporting us really and just giving us what we need to be able to succeed on the field. And so yeah, I think that this is such a huge day for us just to raise money for a good cause and just to give back to the kids and for them to be able to succeed and play at the highest level possible.
It's just nice to know that you have the community supporting you, and the Booster Club is the the rocket ship kind of that propels that, and people giving money to that, and then all the students that play sports really see that. I think that's really awesome and really nice just to know you get a community supporting you out on the field, out in the court, whatever you're doing.
Join the Tiger Booster Club and support our team.
We need you on our team.
So what are you waiting for? The Tiger Booster Club needs you to join the team. It's time to get in the game and support Tiger Athletics.
Thanks for watching the Tigers on Cedar Falls Utilities, Channel 15.
The middle, Ostrich is free. Give him 6.
We're thankful for customers who choose CFU Cable TV. It's because of you that we can produce high-quality local high school sports.
Oh, what a catch.
Wow.
Trey Campbell.
This year we know it's especially important to have high school games on TV and online. Because of community support, we're able to provide a full slate of high school sports.
In the open, gets past the defense, and he takes it all the way.
So thanks for being a CFU TV customer, and go Tigers.
Hello, my friend, and greetings from the UNI-Dome as Cedar Falls Community Television is excited to provide you with high school playoff football coverage as the Cedar Falls Tigers hosting the Cedar Rapids Washington Warriors in Class 4A second-round playoff action. Opening kickoff taken by the Tigers, a short return by Aiden Sorensen for Cedar Falls, and the Tigers with the first and 10 at the 34. Mark Simpson with you along with the coach, John Yoakum, as we look at the Cedar Rapids Gazette final Class 4A football ratings. You see Cedar Falls coming in at number 10, Southeast Polk number 1. Tigers, couple of 2-game winning streaks. There's a 2-game losing streak saddled in between that. And for Cedar Rapids, Washington, they got off to a fast start, winning their first 3 games, but riding a 4-game losing streak. One of those losses coming to Cedar Falls, 41-16. Tigers, first play on offense, and Hunter Jacobson, the quarterback, airs it out behind the line of scrimmage, caught by Ryan Ostrich, and he is immediately tackled and brought down for a big loss. Watts McBride, and a sophomore dynamo who's second in Class 4A in solo tackles, coming out with the big stop, and that's a huge loss. That brings up a 2nd and 17.
Yeah, he did a good job of getting off the block there. A little swing past Ostrich trying to get him in space, and he just fought through the block and made the tackle.
2nd down, 17. Tigers with Ryan Ostrich having a tremendous year. He led 4A in rushing. Tigers looking for more balance with the passing attack. 2nd down and smothered. And another loss by the Warriors defense as Ostrich is dropped for a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Bring up a 3rd down and 19 as the Warriors making some adjustments from the first time they played when the Tigers blitzed Cedar Rapids, Washington, and led 27-0 after the first quarter.
Yeah, they're definitely showing some fight here tonight.
So 3rd and forever, the Tigers have to get up to the 44-yard line for a first down. 3rd down, 19. The ball at the 25-yard line. Jacobson, straight drop back. Throws it, and it's going to be caught by Caden Jansen. He'll take the ball to the 34, but still 10 yards short of the first down. And 4th down coming up. The Tigers will be forced to punt the football.
It's a good throw by Jacobson there, though. It's good to get off to a good start there passing-wise.
Stratton Furson punting. 8 punts this year, averaging an impressive 47.4 yards per punt. That's tops all of Class 4A. And back deep will be Max Bjornsson for the Warriors. Line drive kick, bounces in front of Bjornsson and takes a roll. He'll pick it up on the bounce and smothered by a sea of red jerseys. Down at the 12-yard line is Bjornsson, and we'll see our first look at the Warriors offense. They have kind of a platoon at quarterback as the Warriors, you see in the playoffs, this is their 26th playoff appearance. A couple runners up. All-time 25-25 in the playoffs. Coach Maurice Blue guiding the Warriors into the postseason for the second time. Reed Ortiz will start at quarterback. We'll also see Michael Blank during the course of the game. Ortiz, a junior, was thrust into the starting role when Henry Clymer, their starting quarterback, was injured early in the season. First down run, they go with the big fullback, Justin Sherman, who bangs his way for a couple. And Tigers shorthanded defensively, John, is Eli Mickey, the leading tackler for Cedar Falls, out for the rest of the season. And explain his injury.
Yeah, the way I understood it was a surgery that needed to happen for regeneration on the growth of a tendon or something like that. So something needed to happen right away, and they just did what was best for him. And yeah, we'll definitely miss him out there, but guys want to step up and do a good job. Injury occurring on his wrist. You saw him heavily bandaged during the course of the season. Jet sweep, and this is Bjornsson coming around the end and fighting through tackles and picks up a first down for Wash. Ball getting up to around the 27-yard line. So the Warriors pick up their first down of the game. Besides some of the tackles you missed from Eli, it's his leadership on defense. He's probably one of the guys that's making a lot of calls, setting up guys in the right spots. You know, that's kind of the stuff that's harder to replace sometimes than even the tackles. Landon Shaw, a 5'8", 165-pound senior, replacing Mickey. Mickey, who's committed to the University of Minnesota at Duluth, out for the rest of the year, and his absence will be felt defensively. Again, they go with the fullback, his second carry of the game. Coming into the contest, Justin Sherman did not have a carry the entire season. Now he has 2 on this opening drive as he bangs his way for 4. They're saving him for the postseason, Mark. It's a nice little quick management. Exactly, there you go. The Kawhi Leonard of high school football. Second down and 6, 8:44. Maurice Blue, the head coach for Cedar Rapids, Washington, has to be encouraged by this start. Gets the quick 3 and out on the Tigers offensively. And now, after picking up a first down, it's only a second down and a manageable 6 yards coming up for the Warriors. And they'll run with Dobbs, and Dobbs running hard near the first down marker. Jabari Dobbs, a 6'1", 180-pound junior, punishing at the end of that play. It definitely appears like Washington wants to kind of run it up the middle, kind of play power football, and they're doing a good job right now. First down picked up on that run by Dobbs. Dobbs, the leading ground gainer for the Warriors this year, coming into the game with 442 yards. He has scored 5 touchdowns. He talked about 27 points in the first quarter last time. You also want to keep Cedar Falls' offense off the field. Ortiz out of the shotgun. Looked like movement beforehand on the right tackle. 72 looked like Rockwell. Rockwell moving too soon before the ball was snapped. He knew it right away, too. He just stopped. So it'll be a 1st and 15 now facing the Warriors. Warriors offensively this year, if you look at their season schedule, got off to the hot start. And when Clymer, their starting quarterback, went down, that's when the offense struggled. You see they went consecutive games without a point, and 3 games with only 6 points. The quarterback's a pretty important position. Reed Ortiz, the junior, under center. And again, they'll go with the jet sweep, slowed down in the backfield and hanging on, and then bringing them down is the Tigers. Tackled by Cedar Falls. Austin Lean, always with that motor going 100 miles an hour, brings them down there and bring up now a second down and long. About 21 yards coming up here for Wash. Got a little bit of cloth and just held on. Didn't let him get away. Good play there by Austin. Austin Lean in the season finale against Linmar recorded a pair of sacks. It's a sack master. Yeah, Coach Brad Remmert speaks highly of Austin and his effort every game. Back to pass, pressure on Ortiz, lobs it out and overthrows Zarin Ross Carr, the senior wide receiver. He's a big target at 6'4", but overthrows him. Now it's a
third down and a long situation coming up for the Warriors.
It's a good opportunity for the defensive line to put pressure on the quarterback here. You don't have to be concerned as much about the run. Be aggressive, try to force a turnover here.
Cedar Falls, Washington meeting in the playoffs. This will be the 7th time between these two teams meeting in the postseason. And this is Dobbs getting the handoff. Nowhere to go as Jabari Dobbs only picks up a couple. Good gang tackling by Cedar Falls. Jordan Hefner, among others, with the tackle. And it brings up a 4th down.
Bonner does a good job in there as well as Shaw.
Yeah, 4th and 17. Obvious punting situation.
Looks like they don't plan on him kicking it very far. Our punt return guys are not very deep.
Yeah, this is Ortiz, the quarterback. Averages only 28.5 yards per kick. It's a short kick. Nate G will take it at the Tigers 40. Good special teams. See his racing down the field, and coming up with the tackle is Watts McBride. That's just a great football name, isn't it?
It is. Watts, Mega Watts.
Ball spotted at the 41-yard line. Tigers' second time on offense. Cedar Falls, during the course of the season, averaging per game 323 yards, with 238 yards per game. They average on the ground, anchored by Ryan Ostrich, who leads Class 4A in rushing. Tigers strong side to the left, under center. Jacobson hands it off to Ostrich, caught in the backfield, carries a tackle, and winds up with about 3 yards out of it.
That's pretty tough sledding there for 2 or 3 yards. We did a good job of making the first guy miss and getting what you could.
Ryan Ostrich led Class 4A in rushing and was 5th in all-purpose yards. Tigers line up to the football quickly. Jacobson works out of the gun. The junior quarterback looks to his right, throws it across the field, making the catch, Aiden Sorensen. And there's a good tackle by McBride, immediately bringing Sorensen to the ground, bringing up a 3rd down and long 3 coming up. Watch the tackle.
The thing you like, though, is Hunter's throwing a good ball tonight, hitting the guys in stride. That bodes well for the Tigers here.
3rd down. Let's call it 4, running the option. Jacobson goes into the middle of the field. He'll be about 2 yards short of the first down, right near midfield at the 48-yard line on the Cedar Falls side of the field. And Tigers look like they're going to keep the offense in there. Punting unit is not on the field.
It's like a wildcat formation with Trey Campbell at quarterback.
So a new wrinkle for Cedar Falls for the postseason. Snap to Campbell. He'll pitch it out. This is Ostrich turning the corner. He'll pick up the first down. How do you like that? That's a nice looking play by Cedar Falls. Put it into their playbook this week, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, that's like playing a video game where you put the fastest kid at quarterback and run option. That was a great play there. Good pitch by Trey. It looked like the option was open last time, so they kind of want to run the same play.
1st and 10 at the Warriors 44. The Tigers converting on a 4th down and 2. 4:30 to go here in the first quarter. Scoreless ball game in this Class 4A second round playoff game. Misdirection play. Ostrich has a lot of running room. He's at the 40, 35, bangs off a tackle, and then knocked out of bounds here on the near side of the football field around the 30-yard line.
That was good play design there. They get the motion going to the right. Allows for a pulling lineman and tight end. Give Ostrich a little bit of space.
Ostrich coming into the game, he only needed 57 yards to reach 1,200 for the season for the 2nd consecutive year. Alex Schmidt, Daniel Hutchins will be split wide to the right. Tigers showing that strong side to the right side is Sorensen, the tight end in the slot. Play action, rolling to his right. Sorensen throwing down the field, wide open. Touchdown! Oh, Jacobson with the pass, and Alex Schmidt wide open with the reception. Give him 6.
Great read here by Hunter. He looks, the coverage goes with Hutchins, 2 guys on him. Schmidt's able to sneak in behind the defense there, broken coverage. Great read by Jacobson and a good toss to get it in the end zone.
Tigers get on the board at the 4:08 mark here, the first quarter. Hunter Jacobson with his 8th touchdown pass of the year, and Alex Schmidt his first touchdown catch of the season.
And he gets to hold the extra point too. He's doing it all.
So that's a nice 60-yard drive. That key play, that 4th down and 2, John, where the Tigers execute that option play with Trey Campbell, and it pays off. Look at this.
It's a great throw.
Yeah, well thrown pass. Backpedaling into the end zone, making it look easy is Alex Schmidt.
You can just tell the first couple passes that Hunter threw is kind of right on the money with all his receivers. I like the way he's throwing the ball tonight. That was a good bounce back after that first drive, Mark. See if the defense can shut him down again.
Well, the extra point was made by Jake Holstein, who's now 22 out of 22 on the season. Good look here at the UNI-Dome, the 8th wonder of the world, as Cedar Falls jumping out on top, 7-0. Tigers all time against Cedar Rapids, Washington are 19-10. But the last 2 times they met in the postseason, it's been the Warriors coming away with the victories. In 2015, they won. The Warriors won in the first round, 28-21. In 2014, in the quarterfinals, they beat Cedar Falls, 25-14. Hey, there's Tony the Tiger, birthday boy. He's going to be turning 54, I'm told, and that guy is passionate. Cedar Falls, fan of all the athletics here in the Cedar Valley.
He's a staple of Cedar Falls athletics.
I have
for
not
sure.
been to a sporting event and not seen Tony. Whether it's a UNI game, a high school game, Waterloo Bucks, they got him 7th inning.
He
doing
does
the
it all.
YMCA out there at the Waterloo Bucks game dancing. So happy birthday, Tony. Hope you have a good one.
All he wants is a Tiger victory for his birthday.
Cedar Falls so far trying to make that wish come true. They lead 7-0, a 60-yard drive. And ready to kick off. This will be Stratton first. And you might remember, John, Stratton scored a touchdown against Cedar Rapids, Washington, kicking off down at Kingston Stadium. First time these 2 teams met, when Wash fumbled a kickoff and Fersen recovered the ball in the end zone. And a rarity for a kicker to recover the ball in the end zone for the score.
Well, it's funny because usually the kicker is like the safety valve in the back end, and if he's the one that's getting the fumble recovery, that's interesting.
That's the 7th touchback of the year for Stratton Fersen as the ball goes into the end zone. Let's see how the Warriors react. They picked up a couple first downs, but then that penalty on first down sent them back 5, and they just kind of disintegrated after that offensively.
That's something when you've already played somebody once and you had a good game against them. That's always in the back of their mind. You want to get off to a good start and don't give them any confidence.
Now we'll see Michael Blank, the 5'10", 155-pound sophomore. Great quickness. He has rushed for 99 yards this year. Strong side to the left. They'll run up the middle, and Dobbs buried. He'll lose yardage. Tigers obviously making an adjustment.
Yeah, Bonner does a good job of taking on 2 blockers there to make it possible for everybody else to make the tackle.
Peyton Bonner, a 6'3", 225-pound senior. Again, the Tigers playing without leading tackler Eli Mickey. Mickey out for the rest of the year with a wrist injury that he's had surgery on. So it's 2nd down and 11, a loss of 1. Go with kind of a split backfield, and they'll go with the fullback. And there's Sherman. Short gain. Sherman, one of the captains for this Warriors team, coached by Maurice Blue. His 4th year as the head coach. He was a long-time assistant for 19 years.
Maurice, sets up a 3rd and long here.
Yeah, Maurice played football at UNI, finished up at Coe College, and has been with this Warrior football program for a long time. 3rd down and 9 out of the shotgun. Michael Blank. They're going to run the reverse. And this is Keandre China. China breaks a tackle. China picks up the 1st down and will go all the way up to the 35-yard line before he's brought down. Tigers could not wrap him up. And the lanky Keandre China, 6'2", 175-pound senior, picks up the first down.
Good play design there. Good lead block out front by Sherman.
So the ball spotted at the Warriors' 36-yard line. 2:33 to go here in the first quarter. Cedar Falls leading 7-0. Tigers scoring 30-yard touchdown pass from Hunter Jacobson to Alex Schmidt. Shotgun for Blank. And looks to be some confusion. And there's a movement, obviously, as Blank rolling to his right, being chased down, and he is tackled. Look out, Coach.
Pretty close to intentional grounding there, too, but took some kind of illegal motion or shift, probably.
Well, look out. This is Coach Blue, I believe, who gets buried here at the end of the play.
It's a good thing he jumped in the air. He's not happy about how that play was run.
Yeah, not only your team gets a penalty, then you get wiped out on the sidelines. Double whammy.
You're already steaming. You don't want to make it any worse.
Remember a few years ago, was it Joe Paterno broke his leg when a player
Yep.
got tackled out of bounds on the sidelines for Penn State?
A lot of times the people that hold the sticks, that's dangerous. You got to make sure you're ready to drop the sticks and run away, and the sticks can hurt the kids too if you don't let them lay them down.
Well, mark off the yardage. Ball goes back to the 31-yard line. 1st and 15 coming up for the Warriors. Warriors this year averaging 18 points a game, averaging 255 yards total offense per game. And they'll go the quick hitter. And it looks like Miles Thompson, the ball carrier. Thompson, another one of these young Warrior players, a sophomore, fights his way for about 3-4 yards.
The four-man front here, Wash is just trying to find a seam or a gap to gain 4 or 5 yards on that quick dive play.
Jordan Hepner with the tackles coming on. The last game of the year for Cedar Falls in the regular season a couple weeks ago against Linn-Mar, he recorded an astounding 16 tackles in that game. Seemed like we were saying his name after every stop. Blank continued to run up the middle. This time little success. Tigers do a nice job quickly getting in there, disrupting up the disrupting everything.
Sets up another 3rd and long here. Looks like they're going with more of a dime look. They brought in Daniel Hutchins for Landon Shaw to play like an extra defensive back here.
3rd down and 11. Well, unlike the first time these two teams met, much more competitive. It's only 7-0 Cedar Falls. Final minute of play here in this first quarter. Taking a long time to get this play off. Play clock down to 5 seconds. Blank. Handed off. Dobbs trying to find running room, trying to bounce it outside. Excuse me, that's Thompson. And Thompson stopped. And behind the line of scrimmage. 4th down and 9 yards coming up here for the Warriors.
Bonner was in on that one again. Just a lot of guys fighting through there. It looked like Jay Seeger in there as well.
Peyton Bonner, 6'3", 225-pound senior. Kind of a role player last year, but has blossomed into a steady defensive end for the Tigers here in his senior season. Warriors watching the clock tick off the final seconds of the first quarter. So after 1 quarter play at the UNI-Dome in this Class 4A second-round playoff game, Cedar Falls leading Wash 7-0. More Tiger football right after this on Cedar Falls Community Television.
The Iowa High School Athletic Association needs your help to add registered sports officials this school year. Officials are needed at all levels in all IHSAA sanctioned sports. Officiating allows you to stay close to the action while serving as a community leader. And in Iowa, high school and junior high games can't take place without them. Visit www.ihsaa.org/officials or highschoolofficials.com for more information. Help the IHSAA add one today.
broadcast is sponsored by Discerning Wealth, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC. They're dedicated to helping you make better financial decisions. Check out their website at discerningwealth.com. Mark Simpson with the coach, John Yoakum, here at the UNI-Dome. 7-0. Cedar Falls with the lead over Cedar Rapids, Washington. After 1 quarter of play, Tigers getting on the board through the air. Quarterback Hunter Jacobson connecting with Alex Schmidt for a 30-yard touchdown pass. That was the last time Cedar Falls had the football. They're about to receive it again. And the punt, very high in the air, but not very long. Gets across midfield, takes a Cedar Falls bounce. That'll be, only about a 14-yard punt for Cedar Rapids, Washington.
Be half tempted to drop back and just throw up a jump ball on some of those on 4th down if I was Washington.
Well, Tigers only ran 9 offensive plays in that first quarter. They picked up 60 yards. Hunter Jacobson, though, 3 for 3 passing for 42 yards and that 30-yard touchdown pass. Ryan Ostrich held to just 17 yards rushing in that first quarter. Ostrich leading Class 4A in rushing this year. Jacobson working out of the shotgun. Looked like there may have been movement before the ball was snapped on the part of Ostrich. Nothing called, and keeper for the quarterback picking up 2 yards off the left side of the line of scrimmage.
Well, design quarterback run here. Try to get numbers on one side.
Did it look like Ostrich leaning a little bit for you?
A little bit. Another thing with that formation is they're trying to see how Wash is going to defend it, and then sometimes they'll probably come back to that play later. See that they might have saw something they liked. Might come right back to it here.
Cedar Falls 4-2 on the year. The Warriors 3-4. 2 receivers to either side stacked up. Play action. Jacobson looking to throw. Has a receiver open. Hutchins, and contact. Nothing called. Pass was overthrown.
But that's what I thought would happen pretty quick. Is you run kind of a special formation like that and run a basic play to see how they match up defensively, then you kind of go for the shot you want to take after that.
Coverage by DeMarcus Hare, senior cornerback for the Warriors. It's a 3rd down and 7. Ball at the 48-yard line of Cedar Rapids, Washington. Tigers passing formation. Trips right, receiver top of the field. Jacobson fakes the pass. He'll run it up the middle, and he should pick up the 1st down, and he does so, and falls forward to the 35-yard line. A big hole off that Warriors defense. We should mention a little bit different than what most teams see during the course of the season with that 3-5-3 defense.
Yep. Yeah, and you definitely, if you have linemen that can get some leverage there, you definitely want to run the ball, which is we had tons of room there to run. Hunter did a nice job of picking a lane and going there.
A well-designed quarterback run. It's 1st and 10 for the Tigers as they convert on the 3rd and long. Ryan Ostrich, nowhere to go, and the Warriors have done a good job containing him so far. That's the thing with Ostrich. It's kind of a hit or miss. He can take it the length of to the end zone on any given play.
I say you get so spoiled. If he gets any space, he's usually gone. You're almost shocked when he only gains 2 or 3 yards.
10:08 to go in the first half. Cedar Falls up 7-0, but driving here. So they've moved the ball now to the Warriors' 34-yard line. Campbell and Daniel Hutchins split wide right. Jansen top of the field. They run the option. No, it's going to be a pass. Throw to the sideline. Hutchins with the catch. And Daniel Hutchins has finally spun out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Good play there. They faked the option. He takes a couple steps back. It's a nice throw over the top to Hutchins.
The accuracy of Hunter Jacobson has been impressive. Jacobson coming into the game completing 53% of his passes. He's been right on the money so far. Only 1 incompletion.
Well, that helps having that extra week off in between and building some of those relationships throwing the ball.
Again, if the Tigers can get a passing game to complement the running of Ryan Ostrich, this would be a tough team to take out in the postseason. Ryan Ostrich trying to run around the left end, and chasing him down are the Warriors. Kevin Riley getting the tackle. Riley, one of the strong side linebackers, senior with the stop. 2nd down and 8. Cedar Falls at the 10. They're in the red zone trying to convert, leading 7-0. Alex Schmidt, who scored the first touchdown of the game, split wide to the right for Cedar Falls. Aiden Sorensen, the tight end, shifts to the left. Looking to the left is Jacobson. Now he's under pressure, throws it underneath. Caught by Trey Campbell, who dives towards the pylon. Gets in. Give him 6.
Looks like he did a good job of reaching his left hand with the football over the pylon there as he was coming to the edge. Just uses his speed to get to the edge and turn it upfield. Good job of Jacobson extending the play, rolling it out. Good throw on the run. Campbell does a great job of diving and reaching over the pylon.
Jacobson, his 2nd touchdown pass of the year. And hard to believe that's, well, for Trey Campbell, his first touchdown reception of the year.
You mean besides the one that should have been a touchdown in the end? No, sorry. We'll let that go.
We have an injured player for Cedar Rapids, Washington. That's right on the sidelines there. He's being looked at by one of the medical staff for the Warriors. So as they look at the injured player, I want to thank our outstanding sponsors for our broadcast of tonight's playoff game, including Witham Auto Center. Everything we do is driven by you. Located on South Main Street, Cedar Falls, with additional locations in Waterloo and LaPorte City. Witham Auto Center is a proud supporter of the Cedar Falls Tigers. Find your next vehicle in person or online at withamauto.com. 13-0. Cedar Falls with the lead. Extra point pending here as they again look at the player just out of bounds being looked at. I can't read the number.
It's like a shoulder injury. Looks like number 1.
And that would be Keandre China.
He's the one that had that nice run on the reverse earlier.
Let's watch the replay here. The touchdown. Watch Jacobson throws it, and China dives and misses.
He's trying to make the tackle, and I think his arm got extended as Trey was running down the field and just kind of a weird angle. Or
that's a good sign. He's up, walking on his own power.
Those shoulder joints and elbow joints doesn't take a lot to injure one of those.
Jake Holstein trying for the extra point. Alex Schmidt is the holder. Cedar Falls stopped on their first offensive series, but they've scored the last 2, John.
And there hasn't been a lot of resistance, the way through there. So Tigers are definitely starting to take control here, it looks like.
Well, the big play on that drive was that 3rd down run by Hunter Jacobson, who converted. Watch the touchdown again. Jacobson finding Trey Campbell and picking up the touchdown for the Tigers. Sponsors for our broadcast of Cedar Falls football include Cedar Falls Utilities. CFU has been chosen as the fastest internet service provider in the country, according to PC Mag. Now with 10 gig broadband available citywide, CFU offers outstanding customer service and reliability. Find out more at cfu.net. Big thank you to all our sponsors for helping us able to provide you with a playoff football coverage from the Dome. Mark Simpson with John Yoakum here on Cedar Falls Community Television. Big thank you to both coaches providing information about the teams. Cedar Falls now leading 14-0. Back deep. Bjornsson and Michael Blank. They're going to kick it, and it's going to be Bjornsson right at the 3. Bjornsson has a little bit of a hole. Across the 25, across the 30. And the speedy receiver takes it all the way up to the 36-yard line. Good return for the Warriors.
That was a nice run. Good job of finding the lane and getting upfield. Pretty good kick again here. Directional kick to the left side.
On the first meeting this season, it was all Cedar Falls. Tigers took advantage of 3 Warrior turnovers and led 41-0 at halftime.
You got to kind of force them into long down distance, force them into a passing situation, and then try to take advantage from there. See Ortiz back at quarterback here.
Reed Ortiz, the 5'11 junior. Oh, he fumbled the snap, and I think there was movement. This will be an illegal procedure against the Warriors. Warriors hurting themselves with the penalty. That puts them in a bad situation, putting it now
It's interesting.
first
The
and 50.
center snapped the ball right away. I mean, it's like he was the only one that went.
Cedar Falls is in the playoffs for the 31st time. Tigers have won their last 3 playoff openers. Their last loss in an opening round game coming to Cedar Rapids, Washington, 2015. The Warriors beat Tigers 28-21. In fact, the Warriors have beaten the Cedar Falls Tigers in the playoffs the last 2 times they met. Oh, the pressure on Ortiz, scurrying over to his right, throws it down the field, has a receiver. It's going to be caught and tackled at the 41-yard line. And Reed Ortiz improvising.
That was 2 pretty good individual plays here. One by Ortiz, the other one by the receiver. I think it was Hare.
Marcus Hare with the reception.
But it's good. Look at that. Good individual play. Good hustle by Barnett to save a touchdown.
Javon Ratliff just missing the ball for Cedar Falls, and DeMarcus Hare with the biggest play of the game for the Warriors. They're now in Cedar Falls territory for the first time. There's the fullback, Sherman. Yeah,
Sure he didn't have any carries before.
I looked in the stats, and I didn't see him with a carry this season, and he's had about 4 now in this ball game.
Trying to catch us off guard, maybe. I don't know, but
I want to appreciate our stat man, Kyle Soldwich, doing another outstanding job here during this 2020 season. I always appreciate the great help they provide in our coverage of football games. 2nd down and 7. And guess who? Sherman again. The big kids, 5'10", 205-pound senior. This brings up a 3rd down and 5 after gaining just a couple.
be interesting. I'm assuming this is 4 down territory with the way they've been punting. Which means you could run or pass here.
So the Warriors will have Bjornsson and Hare split wide to the right. Ross Carr here in the bottom of the field. And they're going to run up the middle, and Jabari Dobbs is tripped up and just gets maybe to the line of scrimmage.
There wasn't much there. Good job by the defensive line to kind of close down those gaps.
Ben Burleson, the defensive tackle for the Tigers, doing a nice job kind of submarining and just kind of clogging the middle.
And Shaw does a good job in there as well.
Landon Shaw getting the start for the injured Eli Mickey, who's out for the rest of the year with recovering from wrist surgery. 6:33 to go in the first half. Quick moving first half. It's 14-0. Cedar Falls with the lead.
I feel like this has to be a pass here.
It's 4th down. Play clock down to 3, and Warriors seeing that.
Be confused there about the formation, running out of time.
Seeing that time was expiring. Call a time out. We'll take a break. This is Tiger Football on Cedar Falls Community Television.
The Iowa High School Athletic Association would like to take this opportunity to remind you that sportsmanship starts with you. Good sportsmanship means showing respect to student athletes, coaches, officials, schools, and to those around you, regardless of how an event is going. Good sportsmanship shows character, accountability, and sets a positive example on and off the field. The IHSAA thanks you for being a good sport for tonight's game.
Looking for the absolute best deals in Iowa on new Fords? Witham Ford in Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and LaPorte City has you covered. Looking for the Cedar Valley's largest Ford selection? Witham Ford has you covered. Our 3 locations means we're the Cedar Valley's largest Ford dealer, covering all of your Ford needs for sales, service, and parts. So shop the Ford dealer you can count on. Shop Witham Ford in Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and LaPorte City.
Everything we do is driven by you.
Meet Linda. Linda just bought a smart home hub and was ecstatic to see her grandkids on their weekly chats. However, this grandma spends most of her time troubleshooting across time zones. Fortunately for Linda, technical support is right down the road. With CFU Wi-Fi, our highly trained technician will install a new Wi-Fi system and connect all of her devices. Now, Linda can chat with her family and ask about their week instead of her password. CFU Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi made simple.
4th down and 5 coming up for the Warriors. Tigers up 14-0. Pitch. He's going to throw it deep down the field. Dobbs looking for the receiver. Caught inside the 10. It's with the grab. There is Zarin Ross Carr on the running back toss. And the Warriors, they come up with a new gadget play for the playoffs.
The other thing with Dobbs there that helps that we might not know is he was left-handed there, so that toss to the left, it's kind of deceptive there. Good throw, good catch.
He didn't really sell it, but it was effective.
It was effective.
And the Warriors convert on the 4th and 5, now have a 1st and goal. Trying to cut into this 14-0 Cedar Falls lead. Under center, Ortiz, they run the jet sweep, and good tackle by
Riley Barnett.
It's Riley Barnett with the stop on Bjornsson, and he is down. He may have lost maybe half yard in the play. Watch Barnett, the quick stop.
Just swallowed him up, looked like.
2nd and goal coming up for the Warriors. Boy, this would be a huge momentum for Wash if they could get into the end zone here against a team that beat them easily down at Kingston Stadium in their first meeting.
I think they're going to have to throw to do it.
Hare and Ross Carr split wide to the right. Back to pass. Ortiz running to his left. He's under pressure, and the Tigers get to him. Landon Shaw with the sack. So Cedar Falls drops Ortiz back to around the 17-yard line. And Ortiz gets up a little gingerly after the play.
Shaw's got good speed for a linebacker there. Chases the quarterback down.
Now it's 3rd and goal. They're going to spot at the 18-yard line. 4.5 minutes remaining here in this first half.
I'd go for an interception here, Mark.
Obvious passing situation. They're going to go with their 2 big play wide receivers to the right. Throwing is Ortiz under pressure. Good catch and knocked out of bounds right at the original line of scrimmage. And that was Hare who makes a fine catch reaching out towards the sidelines. Good looking pass by the junior quarterback.
Looks like they're going for a field goal here.
They have not attempted a field goal all season long, according to the Varsity stats.
Is this like your fullback that never gets any carries?
I looked at that.
Okay.
And this will be Seth Moore. He's 12 out of 13 on extra points this year. Oh, the Tigers get a hand on it, and it's blocked. No good. And Cedar Falls keeps the Warriors off the scoreboard. Well, let's see who got a hand on that, as the Tigers had a good rush.
Not sure anybody got a hand on it.
Oh, it just was not a good kick.
Yep.
Got
got
underneath
rushed. Yeah, he kind of rushed it a little bit.
And Cedar Falls.
But, you know, special teams can really swing a game, and they've struggled to punt, and they've struggled on kicking. And that makes a big difference.
And in the stands, there's Landon Wolf, who has Big news today, he is committed to the University of Northern Iowa basketball team. So congratulations, Landon, who'll be a senior this year. Had a huge summer, it sounds like, John, after averaging 12 points a game last year for the Tiger basketball team.
He works really hard, and happy for him, and another Tiger turned Panther. So
he'll join his brother, who's on that UNI basketball team, Logan Wolf. So Cedar Falls, 4 minutes, 5 seconds to go here in this first half, leading 14-0. They're going to give the ball off to Ryan Ostrich. Ostrich trying to turn the corner, and good pursuit as they bring down Wolf after a gain of 4. There he is again, Watts McBride.
Looks like they have a tackler there, and he still gains 4 or 5 yards.
Well, during the course of the year, this guy makes me look very smart. Brian Wetzel gives me a lot of great stats during the year. I want to wish his wife, Michelle, the best. She recovers. She just got out of the hospital, so good. Get well soon, Michelle. And thank you, Brian Wetzel, for all your help during the course of the season with the stats. Tigers will run the option. The pitch, I should say, to the right this time with Ostrich, who picks up, looks like the first down, but it appears to be coming back. A flag is down in the Tigers' backfield.
Looks like a hold.
He almost lost the football there.
Yep.
As he was hurdling. Ball came down on his hip. Holding against Cedar Falls.
Usually when you see 2 or 3 flags, it's not a good sign. Kind of an obvious one there.
Well, Brad Remmert guiding Cedar Falls to the playoffs. Again, 15th time in 16 years coaching. As there's the head man for the Tigers. Tigers made the playoffs as a school 30 times. Now, this is a 31st playoffs appearance for this Cedar Falls football program. That is a lot. Quick pass over the middle. Oh, big hit on Hutchins as the pass is broken up. I think it was Watts McBride again.
Close to being a high hit, but it's a good play on the ball here.
So you want to be a wide receiver, catch touchdown passes. Pow!
Watts actually does a good job of using his shoulder and forearm. That was a clean hit.
He's only a sophomore, the leading tackler for the Warriors, and breaks it up.
And Hutchins is a tough kid, and take a shot like that, get up quickly. He's tough.
3rd down and 20 coming up for Cedar Falls. They have to get up to the 30-yard line.
Screen pass or a draw is usually the situation here.
And officials time out. Nope, it's going to be a Cedar Falls timeout. Tigers spend their first TO with 3 minutes and 1 second to go here in this first half.
You still want to turn the ball over here.
Some of our sponsors for our broadcast today include Brad Jacobson, State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Brad Jacobson, State Farm is there. Call the original, Jake from State Farm, at 277-4134, or email Jake at brad@bradjacobson.biz.
Did you stop in for your coffee yet, Mark?
No, I have not.
Okay.
I want to get one of those cups.
There you go.
For the Cedar Falls Tigers, nursing a 14-0 lead. A little bit different scenario than the first time these two teams met. It was 41-0 Cedar Falls at halftime. So the Warriors much more competitive. They've made the adjustments, and they've been able to hang on to the football. They committed 3 turnovers in that first half.
And Wash did a good job in the second half of that game. And they're probably taking some of those positives into the first half tonight.
Tigers need a huge play here. 3rd down, they're going to call 18, the ball at the 12-yard line.
Screen or a draw is most likely here.
Coming to the near side is Hutchins. They'll fake the jet sweep. Jacobson rolling out to his left. He's going to air it long and well overthrows the intended receiver, Aiden Sorensen, who had got by the defensive backs, but the pass overthrown.
Good thing about that play, though, is you don't want to have a turnover, so make sure you lead him. Yeah, it's a little too far, but at least it's not underthrown or it could be picked off.
So the Warrior defense holds. Standing at midfield. is Max Bjornsson, the lone return man for the Warriors.
This guy what Wash wanted there after that missed field goal. Get a quick 3 and out, get the ball back.
Stratton Ferguson standing at the end zone. Oh, and he is hit, and that's going to be a penalty against the Warriors. And look at this punt as the ball rolls all the way down to the 19-yard line.
I'm interested if this is a 15-yard variety or 5.
And Ferguson got his bell rung. He took off his helmet. Head hanging low as he walks towards the sidelines. That has to be a 15-yarder. They really got him good. Watch it again. Gets the punt off.
Oh, yeah, he got crushed. I'm not sure what the change in rules. So this is automatic first down.
And they're Stratton first, and they're looking at him.
So he got hit in the head.
He goes, you get the license plate on that car?
Exactly.
Oh.
The reason I asked him if it's automatic first down is that was a really good punt with the way he got the bounce.
That should be an automatic first down.
See, I think they changed the rule.
Okay, so that'd be 4th down and about
3.
3. So we'll see if it'll be.
Oh, nope. I guess it is automatic first down.
Yep. Now they.
Because I wasn't sure if the rule had changed where they have to get the yardage to do it or not, but.
Oh, Tigers. Can they take advantage of the special teams penalty?
That's a big penalty for Wash, because if they could get the ball and score there, it makes it a different game at halftime. If Cedar Falls can keep going here, get a score, kind of changes things.
Jacobson, who's throwing the ball well, working out of the shotgun. 2:39 to go here in the first half. He's going to do a quarterback draw, and he's close to the first down mark. Hunter Jacobson coming into the season with.
I think they're kind of going no huddle here, kind of go quick.
Hey, 144 yards rushing on 36 carries. Now
they got to measure it.
Officials timeout, and clock stop. 2:23 shows on.
So they're giving him the first down.
Okay, they're moving the sticks. That's why
the sticks hadn't moved, so the line judge had wanted to make sure it was a first down.
I see what he moves his arm around like that. That means get the clock moving. Clock rolling. 2:12 to go. Cedar Falls has 2 timeouts remaining. Trying to play beat the clock here before the end of the first half, leading 14-0. Back to pass. There's protection and making the catch, and then stepping out of bounds. Caught by Sorensen, but that's just a short gain, only about 3 yards on the play.
Looks like they're staying no huddle. This is something where if you have to use it at some point in the playoffs, it's nice to have some practice against live reps here. Good catch by Sorensen.
Justin Sherman with the coverage for Washington. Quick pass to the sidelines. Hutchins with the catch. Can he get out of bounds? He cannot, but that'll be a first down. That'll stop the clock momentarily again as they set up the chain gang, which is set up on the Cedar Falls sidelines. Cedar Falls quickly lining up. Minute 44 to go. Tigers now at midfield. They're roughing the punter penalty, giving the Tigers new life here before the end of the first half.
Right down the middle.
Oh, wide open. They lob it down the field, and they're unable to chase it down with Sorensen. Aiden Sorensen
missed it.
1 step behind. I thought that was 6. As he outstretched hands, could not run it down.
Well, he's kind of run that same route a few times in a row, and we've thrown it to the outside 2 or 3 times in a row to kind of lull him to sleep. Get that one slipped in behind.
Sorensen, the 6'2", 200-pound junior. He's frustrated right now. He knew.
I think he's also tired. He just ran about 3 go routes in a row.
It stops the clock with the incomplete pass. Down to 1:29 to go here before halftime. 14-0. Cedar Falls with the lead. They have an outstanding kicker in Jake Holstein. It's good from about 45 yards out. Jacobson will run it. Sticks his head down. Tough yardage as he gets across midfield to the Warriors' 44-yard line. And Cedar Falls will use their second timeout.
Good timeout here by Coach Remmert. Make sure you get what you want here on 3rd down. You don't want to rush this. plus it saves the time.
Cedar Falls going for their 5th win of the season here in this playoff matchup. Sponsors for our broadcast include Kimball and Beecher. Kimball and Beecher Family Dentistry. Get the smile you've always wanted at any one of their 6 locations. Located on Prairie Parkway in Cedar Falls, with additional sites in Waterloo, Cedar Rapids, Iowa City, Marshalltown, and Des Moines. Go to KimballandBeecher.com. Schedule your appointment today. We make you smile. Cedar Falls will be smiling if they could punch that ball in the end zone here right before halftime.
44 more yards, I'll be smiling.
Well, they now face a 3rd down and 4. And they have to get the first down first. Ryan Ostrich has been quiet here in this first half for the Tigers. The outstanding running back. Pass over the middle and overthrows Sorensen again.
Interesting to see if they go for it.
Watch Ostrich 32 pick up the block there. That's a good
32 on 32 there. It doesn't surprise me that they're going for it here, because with the short clock and Wash has had a tough time moving the ball, I like taking a shot here.
On the scoreboard, it says Cedar Falls with 3 timeouts remaining, but they only have 1 timeout.
Yep.
Tigers have to get to the 40-yard line of the Warriors. 4th down here. Minute 14 to go here before halftime. Big play. Cedar Falls will throw. Quick pass. Caught by Hutchins. Trying to get the first down, and the Warriors are going to hold him. He will not pick it up. A little inside slant making the catch, but Hutchins could not maneuver around several Warriors who...
It's kind of a wide receiver screen here.
Yeah, they bring him down about a yard short of the first down.
Good tackle there by the Warriors. 3 or 4 or 5 guys there.
Riley Martin with the first contact. And nice play. Now the Warriors, they have the ball at their 41-yard line. 1 minute and 4 seconds to go. I believe they have 2 timeouts remaining. The Warriors are slow getting the right personnel in.
Well, I think the defensive line can kind of pin their ears back. They got to be aggressive here. I think they have to throw. See if we can force a turnover.
Now they're going to put in Michael Blank in at quarterback. Blank on the year, 7 out of 14 passing. Blank going to set up the screen. Jabari Dobbs with the catch. Across the 40, 45. And angled out of bounds near midfield. 56 seconds to go here before halftime as the Warriors.
Jordan Hepner just ran over the blocker out here on the edge. Just ran over the receiver. Couldn't quite get to the tackle, but Froling and Seeger in on the play there.
I say went out of bounds at the 49-yard line.
It was a good play there for them to start.
Warriors going to set up the screen again. They go to Dobbs here on the other side of the field. Good pursuit and bringing them down. There's for Cedar Falls with the tackle, Jordan Hepner. And Hepner.
It's a closing speed here. Turns around and boom. Good speed.
They'll lose a yard in the play. 3rd down and 2. They'll have Zarin and Ross Carr split wide to the left. Trips top of the field. And this is a busted play for the Warriors. Now just 21 seconds to go here in the first half, facing a 3rd and 7. Yeah, that play just... You could hear the Warrior sidelines yelling, and it just seemed like that was a...
That's interesting, because the center was too early one time, and then the center was late the next time.
Good look at junior or sophomore quarterback Michael Blank. Now only 21 seconds to go here. Coach Mo Blue, he's a little bit upset with his O-line right now. Well, our sponsors and for our broadcast here include Signs by Tomorrow. More than a custom sign company, Signs by Tomorrow is your advertising solutions resource. At Signs by Tomorrow, they create affordable, high-impact signs and visual messaging solutions. Find them on McLean Drive in Cedar Falls or at signsbytomorrow.com. First time these two teams met, Cedar Falls led 41-0 at halftime. A little bit different this time. It's only 14-0. We mentioned Cedar Falls into the playoffs. This will be the 31st time. You look at the all-time playoff appearances in the state of Iowa. Dowling Catholic.
They're pretty good.
Yeah. All-time leader with 42. And my E-Hawks of Emmitsburg coming in at number 2. Cedar Falls coming in at 8th. Now, this was prior to this year. You'd add a...
Everyone gets one more, so...
Correct. Third and 8. Only 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Blank back to pass. Now he's going to run with it. Tigers knock him down, and that could be the last play of the first half. Only 10 seconds to go. No urgency by the Warriors. Oh, they will now spend their final timeout here with 3 seconds to go here before halftime.
They'll take one more shot here, kind of a be ready for a trick play scenario, hook and ladder, those kind of things. But just make the tackle, keep them in bounds.
Well, this broadcast made possible by great sponsors, including Western Home Communities, the Cedar Valley's best of the best choice for older adults. Visit the website today to find out about the villa lifestyles or independent living apartments, plus all the amenities they include to make life fun and worry-free. WesternHomeCommunities.org. Cedar Falls sidelines right now. What are the Tigers thinking right now? They got getting a little bit more tested the second time around against Warriors.
It's kind of a workman-like performance right now. You know, they'd like to get a little bit more movement on offense, but defensively they've done a nice job. Go into halftime, make a few adjustments. I think they'll open it up a little bit in the second half.
Now expect a Hail Mary here for the Warriors. 3 seconds to go. Blank is at quarterback. Drops back, throws it down to the right side of the field. Oh, it's going to be picked off. And this is Tigers taking it back with Jordan Hebner. Hebner looking for a block, still on his feet, up to the 25, and there he's down around the 23. Athletic play by Jordan Hebner and a long return. And that ends the first half.
Hopefully we can see this play. And watch this block by Riley Barnett as he gets the pick here. Almost destroys the quarterback right here, right in front.
Whoa.
What a hit.
Great angle by our Cedar Falls Community Television crew. Michael Blank will think twice next time he goes to make a tackle.
Next time let the clock run out, Coach. That's probably what he's thinking.
Oh, yeah, Coach, let's go to a knee, please. 14-0. Cedar Falls with the lead over the Warriors of Cedar Rapids, Washington. Much closer matchup second time around between these two teams. We'll continue with more after this. This is Tiger Football on Cedar Falls Community Television.
Looking for the absolute best deals in Iowa on new Fords? Witham Ford in Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and LaPorte City has you covered. Looking for the Cedar Valley's largest Ford selection? Witham Ford has you covered. Our 3 locations means we're the Cedar Valley's largest Ford dealer, covering all of your Ford needs for sales, service, and parts. So shop the Ford dealer you can count on. Shop Witham Ford in Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and LaPorte City.
Everything we do is driven by you.
I enjoyed my job as principal at Cedar Falls High School, and I enjoyed working with parents, students, and staff. The thing I enjoyed most about was watching the students grow and develop, and I always enjoyed simply talking to them to tell them to go Tigers.
I have happy memories at Cedar Falls High School. I met my wife there. We started dating as a sophomore, and we have spent all of our life together. So I'm happy with the Tigers. Go Tigers!
Smile, we love to see you smile, but every once in a while, your smile may need attention. With Campbell and Beecher, your smile is your best feature, and we'll give your whole family the dental care they need. Cedar Valley Smile, Smile with Campbell and Beecher.
Meet Susie.
Hello.
Susie couldn't wait to unwind with her newest thriller novel. Too bad the only villain in this story was her suspect Router. Overwhelmed by options and technical jargon, Susie needed to crack the case of the Router's Riddle. Thankfully for Susie, this mystery is easy to solve. With CFU Wi-Fi, our highly trained technician will install a new Wi-Fi system to optimize coverage for her home. Now, Susie can get back to playing detective in any room of her house. CFU Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi made simple.
Thanks for watching the Tigers on Cedar Falls Utilities, Channel 15.
Up the middle, Ostrich is free. Give him 6.
We're thankful for customers who choose CFU Cable TV. It's because of you that we can produce high-quality, local high school sports.
Oh, what a catch. Wow. Trey Campbell.
This year we know it's especially important to have high school games on TV and online. Because of community support, we're able to provide a full slate of high school sports.
Daniel Hutchins in the open. Gets past the defense and he takes it all the way.
So thanks for being a CFU TV customer, and go Tigers!
Halftime as Cedar Falls leading Cedar Rapids, Washington 14-0 here at the UNI-Dome in this Class 4A second round playoff game here in Class 4A. Mark Simpson along with the coach John Yoakum. As we look back at some of the highlights from the first 2 quarters of play here at the Dome. Tigers fired up, trying to beat the Warriors for the second time this season. Tigers, that's always a rush to watch them come running out of the tunnel. Celebrate at midfield. Warriors getting off to a good start initially, but then the Tigers defense. Riley Barnett with the stop. This was on a 4th down play, a little gadget play for Cedar Falls. Trey Campbell at Wildcat running the option. Tigers pick up the first down. Ryan Ostrich held in check in that first half. That was his longest run of the ball game for the Tigers. Cedar Falls was doing it through the air. Jacobson finding an unlikely target, Alex Schmidt. As Schmidt hauling in his first touchdown pass of the year. That went from 30 yards out. This was a good reverse play, and Keandre China with the run for the Warriors. That was on a 3rd down and long play. Jacobson was accurate for the Tigers, throwing the ball 13 times in that first half. This was Jacobson improvising and finding Trey Campbell. And the junior wideout scores his first touchdown of the year as he hits the pylon. That put the Tigers up 14-0. Tiger defense holding the Warriors scoreless in the first half, but this was a big pass play as Hare making that catch. DeMarcus Hare as the option play. Then with the Dobbs hooking up with Zarin Ross Carr. But then the Tiger defense holding the Warriors out of the end zone. They missed a field goal attempt. This was the last play of the first half. Interception. The only turnover the first half. Hepner with a long return, but stopped well short of the end zone. So we look at the first half stats, pretty even. Cedar Falls with 145 yards in total offense and a slight edge in both passing and rushing. Hunter Jacobson in that first half, 8 out of 13 with 90 yards passing, and then Jacobson leading the Tigers in rushing, 5 carries, 33 yards. As Ryan Ostrich, Class 4A's leading rusher, held to just 22 yards on 9 carries in the first half. So 2 touchdown passes for Hunter Jacobson, 30 yards to Alex Schmidt, 10 yards to Trey Campbell. Cedar Falls on top, 14-0 here at halftime. And we'll continue with more from the UNI-Dome right after this. This is Tiger Football on Cedar Falls Community Television.
What's the easiest way to buy? The Witham way. That means stocking a wide selection of the area's top-selling pre-owned vehicles that fit any budget. From low-mileage cars to one-owner cars to local trades, we carry the vehicles you want. That's the Witham way. And check your mailbox for this month's specials or online at withamauto.com. Witham Auto Centers in Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and LaPorte City.
Everything we do is driven by you.
I enjoyed my job as principal at Cedar Falls High School, and I enjoyed working with parents, students, and staff. The thing I enjoyed most about was watching the students grow and develop, and I always enjoyed simply talking to them to tell them to go Tigers.
I have happy memories at Cedar Falls High School. I met my wife there. We started dating as a sophomore, and we have spent all of our life together. So I'm happy with the Tigers. Go Tigers!
The Tiger Booster Club is the team behind the team, working together to support every athletic program in the Cedar Falls Community School District.
We couldn't survive without the Tiger Booster Club. Their funding lets us be able to get our equipment and complete the needs of our programs to make sure that they have everything they need.
The Tiger Booster Club was established in 1975. Its mission has remained the same: to instill Tiger pride in the community and to support student athletes, both at the high school and at junior highs.
We simply could not and would not look like champions on the court without the financial support from our Tiger Booster Club.
We expect to have championship caliber teams both on the field and on the court, and it starts with the basics, including quality team uniforms and training equipment.
The Tiger Booster Club provides funding for new uniforms and new equipment for more than 20 athletic programs.
Money raised through the Cedar Falls Booster Club directly supports every athletic program in the Cedar Falls School District. The three primary revenue-raising opportunities that the Booster Club has are the Pat Mitchell Golf Outing, the Sturgis Falls 5K, and membership.
The Pat Mitchell Memorial Golf Outing brings together alumni, businesses, and community members coming together in support of student athletes.
You just think back and just in honor of Coach Mitchell and everything that I try to do in my life, just everything that he instilled in me, try to implement that in my life and make him proud. I know that just having this day was a big deal for him too, and he always preached on how important it is, and for all the football guys in high school coming up to come out and just show your face in the community and see, just talk to the people of the community and who the people are supporting you guys to just give back. And so I know this day meant a lot for him, so it means a lot for me to come back to.
The second event is the Sturgis Falls Half Marathon and 5K runs, which is the oldest half marathon in the state of Iowa.
Becker has actually done a great job with this race. He took it over a couple years ago, and he's doing amazing things, getting CF alumni from a bunch of different generations. So it's really cool to see. You have guys that graduated, over 5 years ago, and then you have people that are still on the team right now. So it's cool to see all those CF runners here supporting the Cedar Falls program.
Now the Tiger Booster Club is stepping up their game, and to do so, they need you on the team.
We're looking to increase our membership because, our cost of doing business, to do things right with our kids, is going up every year. And the more members we have helps us cover those costs and be able to give our kids a first-class experience.
Team fight, let's go, team fight.
So how can you join the team? The Tiger Booster Club is accepting new team members all the time, and each membership helps the team reach their goal.
So it's very important that people know that anything they do when they're joining the Booster Club directly goes back to our athletes and helps us be successful.
Cedar Falls is a great place to live, and my idea with this emphasis on community support and emphasis on the team behind the team is to encourage Cedar Falls to take an outstanding community and make it even better.
There are varying levels of membership within the Tiger Booster Club, so you can fit the level that works with your budget and the needs of your family. And businesses who invest in the Tiger Athletics get valuable advertising options within the printed programs distributed throughout the year. As a member of the team, the Tiger Booster Club offers all sports passes to all Tiger Athletic events at the high school and junior high level, with options for total number of adult passes or Cub passes for students in grades K through 6. The Cedar Falls Tigers are stepping up their game, giving their all on the field and on the court.
Record setter.
We super appreciate the people who show up to our athletic contests and get in the stands and cheer and support the Tigers. We ask that you take it to the next level and simply join the Booster Club. And then not only are you supporting us with your cheers, but you're also supporting us financially.
We need your support. So there's opportunity out there to still join. And if you need information to do so, it's available on the high school website.
It's such a big deal going through the high school and just the athletic department supporting us really and just giving us what we need to be able to succeed on the field. And so yeah, I think that this is such a huge day for us just to raise money for a good cause and just to give back to the kids and for them to be able to succeed and play at the highest level possible.
It's just nice to know that you have the community supporting you, and the Booster Club is the the rocket ship kind of that propels that, and people giving money to that, and then all the students that play sports really see that. I think that's really awesome and really nice just to know you get a community supporting you out on the field, out on the court, whatever you're doing.
Join the Tiger Booster Club and support our team. We need you on our team.
So what are you waiting for? The Tiger Booster Club needs you to join the team. It's time to get in the game and support Tiger Athletics.
Cedar Falls with the lead over Cedar Rapids, Washington in this Class 4A second round playoff game from the UNI-Dome. Mark Simpson with John Yoakum on Cedar Falls Community Television. Well, John, the Warriors giving the Tigers a little bit of fits here as we look at some of the other games taking place in Class 4A tonight. And second round playoff action across the state of Iowa. Any of those games stand out to you?
I think they're real important ones for us are probably Hempstead and Prairie to kind of see who we may play or where we might play the next round game if we're fortunate enough to get through this one.
Well, the big thing is got to win tonight.
Got to win this one, yep. Doesn't matter if you don't win tonight.
And Cedar Falls being tested by this young Warriors team that's trying to snap a 4-game losing streak, but giving the Tigers some difficulties here in this first half. What adjustments do you see Cedar Falls making? The most glaring stat is Ryan Ostrich, only rushing for 22 yards in the first half on 9 carries.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a little bit more Ryan in the second half, and then, if they really want to stack the box like that, then we'll play action and pass over the top. But I have liked what our defense is doing. They've been in control.
Looking at the first half stats, again, very even. That only the turnover came right at the end of the half, and that interception by Hepner on that Hail Mary pass attempted by Michael Blank, quarterback for Cedar Rapids, Washington. Time of possession, Warriors with the edge there. Tigers, though, leading 14-0, getting 2 touchdown passes from Hunter Jacobson. 13 passes he attempted in that first half, and I'm sure it's a season high for him.
Yep, and he looked good. He threw a lot of nice passes, and hopefully that should open some things up here in the second half for Ostrich to get going.
Now Cedar Falls trying to advance to the third round. Now the third round in the quarterfinal pod will be released tomorrow at noon by the Iowa High School Athletic Association as the second round of the playoffs. The first pod finishing up today.
I think Iowa City West, Bettendorf, Prairie, and Hempstead are kind of the considered the top 4 seeds on our side. Cedar Falls is kind of in that 5 slot, or maybe 6. So they're going to need some help to host another game, but it's possible.
Yeah, the Tigers, I'm thinking, would more likely, if they win tonight, would play either Dubuque Hempstead or Cedar Rapids Prairie, one of the 2 teams that handed them a loss during the regular season.
And in both those games, I think, the Prairie game got off to a slow start. It made a lot of mistakes that we don't typically make. And then the Hempstead game, we were right there at the end, had that touchdown, maybe catch, maybe not in the end zone. And, I think Cedar Falls would welcome a shot at either one of those teams. And there's the 9 through 16 pods. And that's more of the west side of the state, the Des Moines area. Dowling had a couple losses throughout the year, but until they get knocked out, they're the champs.
Ready to kick off, Stratton Fersen. Got his bell rung, punt on a punt attempt. That happened towards the end of the first half. Appears to be okay. And ready to kick off, trying to add to his touchback total. It won earlier in the game. He now has 7 on the season, and we are underway here in the second half. And first it nails it, and it'll be taken right at the 1-yard line by Max Bjornson. And Bjornson, good open field tackle. Capri Wilson whips him down to the ground at the 20-yard line.
Capri ran through about 3 or 4 people, too, going down the field. Another injury that we haven't mentioned yet is Caleb Rasty. He's one of our defensive backs. I think he had a concussion from last week, kind of had that high hit in the second half. And I see he's in street clothes, too. So I think the defense is doing a really good job considering the fact that they have a few guys in there a little bit new.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here come the Warriors. The emphasis in that first half was running up the middle. And right on cue, they try to go plunge it behind the center. And Jabari Dobbs, their leading ground gainer on the season, is dropped for about a yard loss.
A great play by Peyton Bonner there. He fought off a double team on a pull, just knocked the guy out to the side and then made the tackle.
2nd down and 11. Tiger defense, front 4, Peyton Bonner, Capri Wilson, Ben Burleson, Austin Lean. Linebackers, Landon Shaw in for the injured Eli Mickey, along with Riley Barnett and Jordan Hepner. And again, it's Dobbs, and again, Dobbs is buried. Bring up a 3rd down and 9 coming up for the Warriors. They have the platoon at quarterback. We'll have Michael Blank starting the second half. Saw Reed Ortiz also in at quarterback.
It looks like on the sidelines, it looks like Blank throws a little better ball, so they're in a kind of a situation where they're moving the ball a little bit better through the air. Leave him in there.
DeMarcus Hare, good receiver, split wide to the right. Zarin Ross-Carr, top of the field. Out of the shotgun. Pressure on Blank, and he's forced out of the pocket, and he'll go down, and Cedar Falls gets to him, and there's Capri Wilson. A sack, and we have an injured offensive lineman for Cedar Rapids, Washington. It looks like Tate Sikora Mathis was shaken up on the play. Gets up slowly and limping.
Oh, it looked like he got rolled up on there. It wasn't intentional there, but he got rolled up on as the quarterback is getting sacked.
Capri Wilson, he'll come at you 75 miles an hour every play.
Just aggressive, physical and aggressive.
Well, into punt, and this has been an adventure, at least in the first half, for the Warriors.
Yeah, should have great field position.
Right at the 1-yard line. Nate G, who leads Class 4A in punt returns, standing at the 40-yard line and takes a bounce. Still in play, and down the sidelines, he'll short return up to the 40-yard line.
Kind of tight-roped it there. He catches it on the sideline, goes up on his tiptoes to stay in bounds.
As Michael Blank.
Watch this.
Look at that.
Whoop. There you go. You think he could do that, Mark?
I think he did go whoop. Cedar Falls, look at this field position. Right at the 40-yard line. They lead 14-0. They can really open up the game with another score. Hunter Jacobson, junior quarterback, led the Tigers in passing and rushing in that first half. Running the option, pitch out. Here comes Ostrich. Ostrich puts his head down and barrels his way 7-8 yards before he's brought down by the free safety, Riley Martin.
Good first down play there. Hunter's just trying to hold the defensive line in a little bit to get Ostrich to the sideline.
Big gain for Ostrich, who needed 57 yards to reach 1,200 yards for the second consecutive season. It's pretty impressive considering this would be just his 7th game of the year. In motion, Trey Campbell. Caught a touchdown pass in the first half. Misdirection play. Ostrich sheds a tackle, and I don't know if he picked up the first down, but he's awfully close.
It's good individual effort there by Westmoreland in the middle there. He fought off a couple blocks and made a good solid tackle on Ostrich.
3rd down and 1 coming up. Ball at the 32-yard line. 9:05 to go in the first half. Tigers up 14-0. Trying to take advantage of the great field position after that short punt. Sorensen, the tight end, drifting over to the right. Cedar Falls runs that way. Ostrich finds a seam, picks up the first down. Tigers 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line of the Warriors.
Kind of stack the second tight end, Sorensen, send him in motion, and just kind of run a power play. Get the yards you need, move on.
Brad Remmert, head coach Cedar Falls, looking for his 147th career win. Guiding the Tigers here in his 16th season. 15th time Tigers in the playoffs under Coach Rem. Shotgun formation. Look, and a flag flies and the whistle blows just as the play was snapped.
It's like a false start or legal procedure.
Yeah, this will be against Cedar Falls.
It's too bad because Ostrich was wide open on that swing pass.
And that is only the 2nd penalty of the game against Cedar Falls.
It's too bad Ostrich knew he had a lot of running room out there.
The Tigers, during the course of the season, the goal was to be a more balanced offense. It's been primarily Ryan Ostrich rushing the ball. Tigers getting a good first half from Hunter Jacobson, throwing the football in that first half. They'll fake it to Ostrich, pass, and intended for Campbell, incomplete, well behind him.
There's some miscommunication there. I think, one person thought they were running a wheel and one person kind of thought they were running to the outside there. Because he was open, if he had stopped. Just a little miscommunication there on what the play was.
2nd down and 15. Hunter Jacobson, he is, of course, the son of Ben Jacobson, head basketball coach at the University of Northern Iowa. He started every game for the Tigers this year and finding running room. And again, he led Cedar Falls in rushing in the first half. Picks up a good chunk of yardage, lost in that penalty. It's a manageable 3rd down and let's call it 7 facing Cedar Falls. This is obviously 4-down territory.
It's a good decision there by Hunter to just tuck that one up and run it. Well, they might kick a field goal, Mark.
I thought of that just as I said it.
Jake can bomb it.
Jake Holstein is 4 out of 5 kicking field goals this year. Third and 6, ball at the 22. Jacobson with the rollout right. Now coming back the other way. Dumps it out to Ostrich, looking for a block. He turns on the Jets. He sheds a tackle. Inside the 15, inside the 10, and down. Out of bounds, right around the 7-yard line.
Interesting play, kind of a slow developing screen pass over here. Lineman kind of slip and leak out. Good play there.
Well, we saw in the game against Linn-Mar to close out the regular season. Tigers got him on a busted play. They dumped it out to Ostrich, who turned it into a long touchdown run of 56 yards. And it sounded like Coach Remmert, that's something he wants to get the ball into the hands of Brian Ostrich as much as possible.
And you got to do it in different ways.
So now it's 1st and goal. Tigers up 14-0. Again, trying to get some distance between them and the scrappy Warriors team. And here comes Ostrich. No, it's Jacobson holding on to the ball, heading towards the pylon, stretches out. They're going to say he's out at the 1.
He thought he was in. Thought he reached the ball over the edge here. We get a good angle here.
We go to the pylon cam. Can we see it? I see the Tigers celebrating.
The Tigers think it's a touchdown.
Ball,
might be a biased opinion, though.
Ball spot at the 1. 2nd and goal.
Seen a lot more Hunter in the running game tonight as well.
Ostrich has 11 rushing touchdowns this season. Ryan finds the seam. Give him 6. Ryan Ostrich, following that big veteran offensive line, banks his way in, and now Cedar Falls on top 20-0.
It's a good start to the second half here. The defense shuts them down. The offense punches it in for a touchdown.
Well, they got the short field, and they only have to go 40 yards, and Ryan Ostrich.
It's a heavy dose of Ostrich.
1-yard run, and now Holstein in for the extra point.
Jake says, see, Mark, we don't have to go for it on 4th down. I'll kick it in here.
21-0. Now Cedar Falls, a little breathing room against this Warriors team.
Yeah, you definitely want to keep the foot on the gas here. In a game like this where you might start to open it up, you want to get a good lead, get some other guys in, and make sure you stay healthy and move on to the next week.
Ostrich, as John said, got a heavy dosage of him. That's a nice pass completion. This is Jacobson on the quarterback.
Ooh, that was close. He might have got in there.
From that angle, I thought, well, it's hard to, because he's stretching out. Was the ball outside? Yeah. It didn't matter. Next play, Cedar Falls.
Ostrich says, thank you for marking it out on the 1. I'll take the touchdown.
That offensive line coming into the year. Everybody returning from that unit from last year. They'll reach the quarterfinals of the Class 4A playoffs. Drew Hoth, Ty Tompkins, Jason Whelan, Logan Sock, Joe Knutson. Impressive there on that touchdown run by Ostrich. 7:03 to go here. Now in the 3rd quarter.
Well, that's what you want with that big offensive line. Wear them down as the game goes on.
And this really has to change the strategy for Coach Mo Blue and the Cedar Rapids Washington Warriors here, because they've been running pretty conservative offensively.
Yeah, they've been trying to control the clock and keep it close, but at some point, if Cedar Falls keeps scoring, you're going to have to open it up a little bit.
These two teams meeting in the postseason for the 7th time. Cedar Falls 4-2 against the Warriors here in the postseason, but the Warriors have won the last 2 meetings, winning the quarterfinals 2014 and first-round victory in 2015. That information courtesy of Brian Wetzel, great Cedar Falls historian for Tiger football. It's a kick angled towards the sideline. Bjornsson.
Guess who?
Yep. There's Capri Wilson with another stop.
I'd like to be the guy that's kind of the second line of defense. You've got to block Capri Wilson. He gets a 40-yard running head start. I think you just kind of step to the side and let him go.
Ball spot at the 25-yard line. So the Warriors now find themselves trailing 21-0. They're going to keep Blank in at quarterback. John mentioned last time the Warriors had the ball, he might be the better passer between he and Reed Ortiz, the junior.
I think you got to start opening it up here a little bit, but we have picked off passes too, so you got to be careful.
And they'll run with Thompson. Thompson up the middle. Look at him, his longest run. And Miles Thompson takes ball up to the 45-yard line on a little misdirection play.
That was good play design. Fake the jet sweep and kind of run power with the halfback here. Made a good seam there for him, and he does the rest.
Thompson, a 6 foot, 150-pound sophomore. See the Tigers at the end of the play, they hold him up.
Well, he's got a cast on the one arm, so they hold him up and try to rip the ball out.
Strip the ball out of his hands. So the Warriors advance the football up to the 46-yard line, their own 46. Thompson stays in at running back to the right of the quarterback, Blank. In motion, there's Hare. This is Blank running. He's going to keep the football, and the Tigers chase him out of bounds.
It's like a design quarterback run the whole way there.
Landon Shaw will get credited for that tackle.
Kind of ran the same action as last time. This quarterback keep this time. It's trying to kind of catch him off guard, but Cedar Falls did a good job of reading their keys and keeping it kind of turned in.
Blank, he's quick. He picks up 4 yards in that play. 2nd down and 6. Stops the clock. 6 minutes, 6 seconds to go here in the third. Cedar Falls has opened up the game now, leading 21-0 on the 1-yard run by Ryan Ostrich just a moment ago. Roll out to the left. A pass up high and off the hands of the intended receiver. That was Zarin Ross Carr, 6'4" wideout, trying to bring that down.
It's a good effort. Nate G was right there for the coverage as well, as long as Jay Seeger.
Nate G had 2 interceptions against the Warriors in their first meeting. Nate leading Cedar Falls with 3 picks on the year. 3rd down and 6. Ball right at midfield. And they're going to run with Thompson again. Bonner is not surprised on that play.
Like Daniel Hutchins playing some defense there.
There it is, Daniel Hutchins.
He played a lot of linebacker. He played a lot of linebacker for me back in the day, and it's just because he's a receiver doesn't mean he can't play defense. And good play there by Daniel.
So Hutchins drops Thompson, a 1-yard loss. 4th down and 7. Blank into punt. And this has been an area that the Warriors have not looked good at here in this ball game. The punt unit. Good snap. There's a decent kick. G will take it out of bounds at the 22. A little bit of running room on the far sidelines, and advances the ball right around the 39-yard line. So a good return by Nate G. G averaging on the year 11.8 yards per return.
Good job of catching it off of bounds here.
These great angles from our Cedar Falls Community Television crew right on the sidelines. It's coming into your living room there.
It's a dangerous job down there.
What's his nickname? Golly?
I don't know.
Hey,
yeah,
Golly G?
I doubt it, but.
Okay. Think that would stick?
It might. I don't know if he'd love it, though.
Running the option. And again, Jacobson. Boy, Hunter Jacobson calling his number a lot tonight. And that's a gain of almost 8 yards. 2nd down and 2 coming up.
I'm guessing Nate would prefer something more with his speed-oriented, some kind of nickname that way, but you could run it by him.
Okay. See if Golly G will work. Ryan Ostrich, look at him dance his way for a 1st down, carrying tacklers up to the 45-yard line. Ostrich led 4A in rushing, was number 5 in all-purpose yards during the regular season. Completed that in just 6 games. Tigers lost a game because game against Iowa City Liberty was canceled.
Starting to get some pretty big holes up front. Wouldn't surprise me to see Ostrich break one here pretty soon.
Maybe they're wearing down the Warriors. 1st and 10 now. On the Wash side of the field at the 45. They stretch Ostrich out. Flag flies. That should be a holding against Cedar Falls as Ostrich picks up on 6. Right, I think a holding penalty is going to be called against
hold
Cedar
or
Falls.
block in the back, but as the block was happening, I think he kind of knew it was a penalty. He turned around and looked at the ref to see if he was going to throw the flag. Yep. That's the other thing that's tough when you have a shifty running back like Ostrich. Sometimes he's inside, sometimes he's outside, sometimes he's here, sometimes he's there. Sometimes it's hard to block on the outside.
I think Will Lynch got caught that time.
It's either that or Caden Jansen on the edge. Tell you what, though, as a coach, I would always take a few blocking penalties. You want them to be aggressive. You want them to be physical. That happens sometimes, and they knew it right away, so they'll fix it for the next time.
And now it's a 1st and 20. Ball back at the Cedar Falls 46-yard line. Passing situation. Jacobson fakes it to Ostrich. Looking to throw, a lot of time, airs it out deep. Hutchins is there, catches it on the run, and Daniel Hutchins will pick up the first down as he goes out of play at the 26.
He had two good options there, too. Trey Campbell was open on kind of a deep cross, and Hutchins was open kind of the intermediate cross the other way. Hutchins and Campbell kind of made an X across the field, and he had either one was open.
That's a 33-yarder, and the Tigers now at the Warriors' 26-yard line. 3:39 to go in the third. Cedar Falls leading 21-0. Could this be the knockout punch?
Daniel's playing defense. He's playing offense. He's all over the place.
Will the Tigers run to the left? Yes, pitch out. Here comes Jacobson. And he's being chased down. Excellent defense by the Warriors. There again is Watts McBride, but it was Roman Young, middle linebacker, that was all over Ostrich from the start.
Yeah, Washington's got to be excited about McBride being only a sophomore.
Got a lot of good young players.
And Thompson's been playing a lot too. 22 is out there a lot.
They got off to a 3-0 start. Their second win of the year. That was the impressive one. Is they beat Kennedy 28-21. But then they lost Henry Clymer, their starting quarterback. Had to make the adjustments. And they have not won since beating Marshalltown 6-0 in the rain. That third week of the year. Ostrich, look at that big push by the offensive line for Cedar Falls.
Just run right behind us. We'll get 5 or 6, 7, 8. You do the rest.
Wow, Tigers took him off the ball that time. Bring up third down, less than a yard to go.
They say that student body left or something like that.
That's the old USC play.
Yep.
Third down, less than a yard. 2:25 shows on the clock. Big offensive line. Drew Hoth is committed to the University of Northern Illinois. Left tackle. Play action, rolling to his right. Running room for Jacobson. No, he'll dump it off, and it's caught by Will Lynch. And Will Lynch, did he get in? The referee says down at the 1.
Ooh, close. He's hoping to give him 6 there. It's a good read by Jacobson here. Well, he checks back, and Lynch is wide open, just flips it to him.
Ooh,
it's close.
Will Lynch, that's his first reception of the year for the 6'3", 200-pound junior. And it's 1st and goal for the Tigers at the 1.
Guessing Ostrich might get a carry here.
Now Cedar Falls will spread the field here. The Warriors, they're expecting the ball to come to Ostrich. Like everybody else here at the UNI-Dome. Here comes Ryan up the middle, dives forward. Give him 6, and Cedar Falls now really opens up the ball game with 1:48 to go here in the third quarter. And it's been that Tiger offensive line. They've really taken control of this game, John.
They've basically been able to do whatever we wanted to there. There's been holes for every running play. There's been time to pass. It's been a good all-around game. Definitely starting to take control now.
So Ostrich, the second score of the game, as Holstein tacks on the point after. 28-0. And Cedar Falls now has opened up the game with 1:48 to go. And watch some of the highlights on this drive, and look at all the time for Jacobson. This was that nice pass to Daniel Hutchins.
Good roll out here. That's where he finds Lynch.
Again, I thought he may have got in. Yep, knee touched. The referee was right.
Feeling okay? Yeah, referee was right. Yeah.
Hey, I give credit. Credit's due. They do a good job. The Zebras here.
Yep.
28-0. Tigers ranked 10th in the Cedar Rapids Gazette Class 4A rankings. Southeast Polk, the #1 team. I'll tell you what, that's Central Iowa. It's some outstanding teams.
Been interested to see how Pleasant Valley and Iowa City West do in the playoffs, because Pleasant Valley didn't get a lot of respect because of maybe who they played. Iowa City West had some of their season cut short with being remote for learning, so it's interesting to see with their records.
The Valley Division, I see Dubuque Hempstead 6-1. That's a team that beat the Tigers here at homecoming 20-13. Of course, that game had that controversial finish when it looked like Campbell hauled in a touchdown pass. The referee said he was out of bounds.
It's kind of funny. It was the #1 play on You Got Mossed, but it didn't count as a catch.
On ESPN, yeah.
I said it could be Come On Man and You Got Mossed at the same time.
Kickoff all the way down to the 1. Bjornson looking for a seam, and Max Bjornson finds Capri Wilson again. Sponsors for our broadcast tonight include Discerning Wealth. Broadcast is sponsored by Aaron Sanis and Joshua Catcher, the financial advisors and managing partners at Discerning Wealth, private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC. You can check out their website at discerningwealth.com. Thank you, Discerning Wealth, and all our sponsors being part of our coverage here of Cedar Falls football. Playoff football, second round. Tigers on top, 28-0. Warriors, they're going to keep Blank at quarterback. Play action. He'll dump it down the field. Has a receiver, but a little bit late with the releasing that ball, and it goes incomplete.
Good play by Ratliff there.
Jaden Harris was open for a moment, but the ball hung in the air. That allowed Javon Ratliff to get over and disrupt anything.
He's had quite a few picks this year as well. So
2 interceptions, recovered a fumble. He's a ball hawk, as
That's right.
John Yoakum would call him.
That's right. He's looking to get some more here.
2nd down and 10. Thompson puts his head down, and
there wasn't a lot of room there.
Up correction. That's Jabari Dobbs. They've used Dobbs and Thompson kind of alternated throughout this game. 3rd down and 8.
It's like Burleson and Barnett and Austin Lean. A lot of Tigers there.
Minute and 10 seconds to go. Here in the 3rd quarter, Cedar Falls in control, leading 28-0. And the UNI-Dome about as quiet as a library right now, isn't it? Doesn't really have that playoff atmosphere. Rolling to his right. Blank's going to keep it, and Tigers read that. And there might be a face mask against Cedar Falls. They went up high trying to tackle the washed quarterback.
They threw it pretty quickly. I might have been on Bonner here. Yeah, I didn't see it as a penalty that way, but
I thought he got him around the shoulder pads.
He did, but it looked bad because he kind of, his shoulders turned, head turned a little bit. Looks like he just kind of gets him around.
Peyton Bonner.
Yeah, it wasn't much there.
It's a 1st down for the Warriors. 1st and 10. The ball goes up to the 36-yard line. Cedar Falls in the playoffs for the 31st time. Warriors, they've had a good run in the postseason as well. This is their 26th playoff appearance. They were the runners-up. The state not too recently in 2014. Also in 2003. Pass across the field, and unable to bring the ball down is Ross Carr.
He almost got it.
Again, he's a big target, 6'4".
If you get in trouble, just throw it up to number 2.
There you see the postseason history for the Warriors. Second time Coach Blue has guided the Warriors into the playoffs. Paul James kind of laid down the groundwork for Cedar Rapids, Washington in football. Now Coach James coaching at Linn-Mar.
Okay.
Coach James with ties to the Cedar Falls area. Trying to find an opening, and then Dobbs is brought down. In a play like that, I mean, is it just better just to run straight ahead and
well, they were trying to pull.
Something?
They were trying to pull a couple linemen, and just wasn't a whole lot there. Yeah, you just kind of get what you can.
After 3 quarters of play, Cedar Falls with a big 28-0 lead. You're watching Tiger football on Cedar Falls Community Television.
Your smile is the most important thing to us. A smile is your greatest accessory. A smile lights up a room. A smile is confidence. It's a symbol of love, a friendly face, happiness, and so much more. Let us keep your smile healthy. Kimball and Beecher Family Dentistry. We love to see you smile.
Sponsors for our broadcast to this Class 4A second-round playoff game include Witham Auto Center. Everything we do is driven by you. Located on South Main Street in Cedar Falls with additional locations in Waterloo and LaPorte City. Witham Auto Center is a proud supporter of the Cedar Falls Tigers. Find your next vehicle in person or online at withamauto.com. Our broadcast also brought to you by CFU and Channel 15, your home for Cedar Falls Tigers sports in Cedar Falls. Coverage of this event is made possible by CFU cable subscribers. Without your support of CFU cable TV, this broadcast would not happen and local TV coverage would not be possible. Cedar Falls Channel 15 is available on Basic or Basic Plus cable TV plans. For more information, go to CFU.net. Now looking at the stats provided by Kyle Soldwich.
You say Ostrich needed 52 yards to get past 1,200. He's got that.
Oh, he's at 56. Yep. So for the second year, Ryan Ostrich has gone over 1,200 yards. Again, only in 7 games this year. Tigers now 260 yards in total offense to the Warriors 135. That third quarter dominated by the Tigers. Ostrich 18 carries, 56 yards. Hunter Jacobson 8 carries, 54 yards. Thunder and lightning tonight here at the Dome. The Warriors facing a 3rd down and 10. They've shown they got the big play receivers. And a flag flies. So the ball is snapped. Seen this a couple times with the Warriors. Illegal procedure. Just getting the, watch the center again.
Right tackle.
No, I see, okay. Just moving just slightly was the right tackle, Rockwell.
Bonner's got him nervous over there.
When I say Rockwell, the first thing that comes to my mind is that song. Someone watching me. The 80 song? Anybody? Anybody?
I don't know. I don't know that one,
I'm
Mark.
dating myself right now. Back to pass, and Blanks looking to throw. It's incomplete.
Good stop there by the Tigers. Hepner kind of on the blitz here. Force a quick throw.
The Tiger defense again without Eli Mickey, their leading tackler, the linebacker, will be gone for the rest of the year. He had a
pitching a shutout though.
Yeah, wrist surgery. He also mentioned Caleb Rasty out. Concussion protocol. Rasty is starting cornerback. Tigers, their biggest, Warriors' biggest threat. Remember, it was 14-0. They had a first and goal at the 9-yard line, but had to settle for a field goal and was well short. Here's Nate G looking for the picket fence. He's got it. Running room. Nate G. One man to beat, and the punter blank slows him down. And G, though, with a good return, taking it all the way to the 26-yard line.
And Cedar Falls just set up a wall. Kind of a return left, and you can see once he got past the first guy, you can see a wall of guys over here.
A lot of red.
Bonner and Shaw. Good open field tackle there by the punter.
Tigers again set up excellent field position. Nate G, who leads Class 4A in punt returns and punt return yardage with a big return. Golly G. Direct snap, and Hunter Jacobson adds to his rushing total. He picks up about 4 yards.
I know Nate pretty well. I'm going to stay away from that one.
All right. 2nd down and 5. Tackle made by Jabari Dobbs.
And that offensive line is just kind of leaning downhill, it looks like.
The Warriors they came to play tonight. They made adjustments. And it hasn't been easy for Cedar Falls, but right now I think they're running out of gas here. Pump fake, throws it, looking for Hutchins in the end zone, stepping in front, and the pick by the Warriors. Coming up is Hare. DeMarcus Hare. As the pass just underthrown. And the first turnover of the game for Cedar Falls.
There's a good job of high pointing the ball there. Great athleticism there by Hare. Well, take a shot there by the Tigers. That's okay. Defense has them pinned back here.
So Hare with the pick. Might have been better just to go to one knee. Get the ball to 20.
It's hard to tell it to a high school kid, though. Just got a pick. So
I can't blame you. They want to create something. So he's tackled right at the 5-yard line.
We talked about, Cedar Rapids Washington being game tonight. That's a great effort there. It'd be easy to kind of pack it in if you're down 28-0, but good effort there and a good pick.
DeMarcus Hare is a senior. Could be playing his final game of his career. That's something he'll talk about, that interception at the Dome.
That's right.
Tigers easily snuff out the rushing attempt by Miles Thompson. Well, the game is won.
They tried to run that counter trap quite a bit, and Tigers just kind of blown that up all night.
Yeah, football pretty simple. You win in the trenches, you're going to win the ball game, and Tigers have played very well.
Front.
Yeah, on the defensive front and the offensive front. 10 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the ball game. And a blank keeping himself after the fake, and almost broke it for a big one. Tigers bringing them down. Tackle made by Landon Shaw, filling in again for Eli Mickey tonight.
It's up 3rd and long here.
You mentioned about Mickey. One thing he brings is that enthusiasm you talk about, John, kind of
the leader on the defense a little bit. But I really like what I've seen from the defense. It's been very well organized, very well coached. Everyone's doing their job.
Now it's a 3rd down and 5. Hare is in motion, rolling out to his right, blank. Tigers giving chase, throws it down the field, ball tipped and incomplete.
There's about 7 guys around the football there. 4 Tigers and 3 Warriors.
But Jorgensen, I believe, got a hand on the football. Good
pressure here.
That's Bjornson, who was open. Tip drill.
Good hit there by Froling to kind of blow the play up. But generally, though, on a pass route, you don't want 3 guys on the same team in the same spot.
Now, watch the end of the play. Now the ball, once you hit it, it's live. Oh, did that get kicked?
That should have been a pick.
Oh, wow. They went off the foot. Here's G on a punt return. Another good return by Nate G.
That's crazy. That should have been a pick for Seeger. But I mean, it doesn't look normal.
Yeah. So that went off his foot. Tigers with Nate G.
You know, nobody argued that at all. I mean, you know, nobody batted an eye, but, you know, we get the benefit of all these great pictures from CFU, and another return left set up there.
Look at this. 1st and 10, the 17-yard line.
Yeah, usually that doesn't happen unless it's a turnover or something like that.
Jacobson under center, threw a pick his last pass attempt. They're going to go with Ryan Ostrich. Ostrich, state's leading rusher. Give credit to the Warriors. They have slowed him down. Now, he scored a couple touchdowns here in the first half, but nothing has been easy for Ryan this evening. And good game plan by the Warriors.
And that's how good he is. You know, he's still getting 5 or 6 yards. He's going to be close to 100 yards for the game, and that's considered slowing him down. That's how good he is.
Second down and 4. Ball situated at the 11. 8:36 to go in the game. Ostrich turning the corner around the right end, cuts inside, and yes, give him 6. The hat trick here in the second half, his 3rd touchdown rushing. And Ryan Ostrich.
Good cut back there. Pretty good block on the edge here by Hutchins.
Yep, look at him get into the end zone again.
Give Nate G a little thank you for the punt return there. Get him in short yardage.
Extra point here. We'll have the continuous clock. So Tigers will go up 35-0. And Holstein.
Plenty of leg.
He's been rock solid in the special teams for the Tigers. So Ryan Ostrich scored all 3 touchdowns for Cedar Falls here in the second half. A couple 1-yard runs. And that last touchdown. Okay, here's the non-interception. Watch it again. Great job by the guys in the truck. Watch it. It does hit the ground. I thought it may have been kicked from that one angle. So that was the correct call. But from that other angle,
it was kicked.
Went off his foot. Okay.
And that's why they're the referees and we're not, Mark.
If we'd be the eye in the sky, we would have failed there. There's Ostrich with the touchdown from 8 yards out. So Ostrich now 14 rushing touchdowns this season. He's also caught a couple touchdowns this year. Returned a punt, or excuse me, a kickoff for a touchdown. And he's thrown a touchdown this year.
Other than that, he's not very good, right?
So all-purpose yardage.
Can do it all.
Well, number 32 for the Tigers has had a good year. Ready to kick off. Stratton Ferson. He and Jake Holstein have done again a really good job in the kicking position.
Yeah, you just noticed in the game tonight the difference in our special teams and our kicking game and the other. It makes a big difference.
Huge emphasis by Brad Remmert, Cedar Falls head coach. What a difference strong special teams makes. And again, it's a kick that'll have to be taken down near the goal line. Max Bjornsson, he has been busy returning kicks. Can't even get across the 20.
Barnett and Capri and Jordan Hepner, all those guys in there. Like I've said before, that's just guys you don't want to have to block when they get a running head of steam on you.
Those guys are usually all starters on defense, and the Tigers go for the best players on special teams.
And that shows how important special teams is. You know, they're putting their best defenders out there, the fastest guys.
We have not seen Reed Ortiz started the game at quarterback, but we expected Ortiz and Blank to both alternate throughout the course of the game, but it's been all Michael Blank in the second half. They're going to run the jet sweep, and Bjornsson is going to be brought down. Landon Shaw.
Is Hepner maybe?
Oh, excuse me. Yep, it's 23, not 25, who makes the tackle. So tomorrow, Saturday, they will announce the second pod and for the third round and the quarterfinals.
It seems like they've been trying to do more of an East than a West, and like I said, I think it will be anywhere between a 3, 4, 5 seed.
Yeah, the Iowa High School Athletic Association. They said it would be based on geography and district placement.
Yep.
Rolling out, pump fake. He's going to throw it, and incomplete. There's a flag down. I'm sure this will be holding against the Warriors. That is the call.
Like Drew Sterrett there on the play.
It's 35-0. Should this be continuous clock here? There's a penalty down.
Yeah, Austin got held pretty good there on the edge.
Scoreboard operators are saying, stay in your lane there.
Exactly.
Mr. Announcer.
Yep.
We're
not officials and we're not scoreboard operators.
Ball spotted now at the 16-yard line. Yeah, the clock can only stop penalties, touchdowns, and injuries.
Yep.
Trying to weave his way through is Miles Thompson. And
getting some subs in there on the defensive line there. So Jaden King on the tackle there.
It was a pretty conservative series there for Cedar Rapids, Washington.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to throw the ball up and make it any worse with any turnovers and that kind of stuff. And you've played hard. You've done a nice job.
Blank standing at the 1-yard line. Nate G has had a couple strong returns.
And he'd like to get one more shot at that punt return here.
He's not returned one for a touchdown this year. Kick, and Tigers will stay away from that one.
He's trying to run up on it there.
Down at the 41-yard line.
It's been close a couple times this game. I think he wants to get one more shot at it.
Well, the Warriors' season started well. They jumped out to a 3-0 start. They lost their starting quarterback, Henry Clymer. That seemed to make a difference. You look, they got that big win against Kennedy.
And then down to 6, and then 2 weeks with 0. After the quarterback goes down, you go 6-0-0. That's tough.
And Cedar Falls led 41-0 at halftime of that game on October 1st. That was a Thursday night game at Kingston Stadium. Andrew Wickner is the quarterback now for Cedar Falls.
Carter Ernston at tailback.
Carrying the football, getting it around the end, and look at Carter Ernst.
Got good speed there to the edge.
So Cedar Falls able to play some reserves. These guys can say, hey, I was involved in the playoffs.
It's a good run there. Good speed.
I'd imagine Carter, he's a track man, isn't he?
He looks fast to me.
I watch him every time he carries the football. He's a quick first step. That was a gain of 7, 2nd down and 3. And Carter Ernst close. Oh, he lost the ball. And here come the Warriors running the other way. And this is Watts with the ball. Watts McBride takes the ball all the way up to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, I didn't see it come out. It looked like he kind of got thrown forward there at the end of the play, and I never saw it.
And
like it's kind of spun around and ripped out. He was close to being down, but
Watts McBride.
You have to be impressed with their hustle and their effort, though.
Yeah, he's only a sophomore. Comes up with the football, and the Warriors have it. 3:37 and running left in this ball game. Second turnover of the game committed by Cedar Falls. That's the drama left in this one. Can Cedar Falls record a shutout here in the playoffs? And Jabari Dobbs dives forward for just a couple. Cedar Falls is going to end a 2-game losing streak in the postseason to the Warriors.
Austin leaning on the tackle there again.
Yeah, Cedar Falls, they're almost automatic when they get into the playoffs that they're going to advance. Cedar Falls has lost in the first round only 4 times, and now 31 times. There's Stratton Ferson, Cedar Falls kicker, now playing cornerback for CF. 2nd down and 7. Blank will give it off to Dobbs.
Jaden King on the tackle there.
Jaden King, a junior, 5'11", 252 pounds.
And every year, Cedar Falls has to replace guys on all levels, and I think Jaden's a guy that's got a lot of potential there next year on the inside. Physical, strong kid on the inside.
He's what you call a wide body.
And he's physical. I'd be careful how you say it to him because he's a pretty physical guy.
2:07 to go. Look at the pass. Pumping. Throwing to the sidelines. Great catch. First down reception made by that has to be Ross Carr. Yep, it is.
He's been impressive, too. He's just got to throw it up. You get in trouble, throw it up to number 2.
Look at that guy. That's called climbing the ladder.
Good defense. There's nothing you can do about it.
He came into the game with 22 receptions. And
you can see why.
Minute 35 to go. Can the Warriors get into the end zone here? Get that goose egg off the scoreboard. They're going to go deep. Oh, he's open. And Carr cannot chase it down. Ross Carr got a step.
And I think if you have a receiver like that, you have to take a couple shots a game. Even if it's underthrown, he can go up and get it. You can get penalties called against the defense. You got an athlete like that, you got to throw it up. Pretty good coverage there by the Tigers.
Now with the continuous clock, even after the incomplete pass, clock moving, under a minute remaining. Warriors now face a 2nd down and 10. Oh, they're going to keep it on the ground, and Jabari Dobbs, big hole. Dobbs will take the ball.
Quick to tackle on the play there by Mason Davis, I believe.
Davis, a junior defensive back. Now the Warriors trying to hustle up here. Cedar Falls up 35-0. Tigers trying to record their 2nd shutout of the season. They shut out Waterloo West, 2nd game of the year. They're going to go for Carr again, and again it's overthrown. Ross Carr, the intended target, and that might be the last play of the game.
But good coverage there by Drew Sterrett.
Warriors want to get one more play in their 2020 season. 5 seconds to go in the game. They are going to get one play off. Are they? Yes. And Blank back to pass, being chased. He's going to carry the football and pushed out of bounds, and that is your final score, 35-0. Cedar Falls with the victory.
Good performance there by the Tigers. Move on to the next round.
Now Cedar Falls had to earn it. Cedar Rapids, Washington. They played hard. It was only 14-0 at halftime, but the Tigers got that ground game going in the 2nd half. Took advantage of great field position, and they go on for the victory. 35-0. Ryan Ostrich, 3 rushing touchdowns in the 2nd half. And for Cedar Rapids, Washington, disappointment. Their season comes to a close. And for the Tigers, it's on to the 3rd round of the playoffs as Cedar Falls advances. They'll find out Saturday who they play next. Well, they have to feel good about posting the victory tonight.
Dominant performance from start to finish.
So Hunter Jacobson, 2 touchdown passes.
Almost a touchdown run here.
And Ryan Ostrich with a 3 touchdown on the ground, all in the 2nd half. As Cedar Falls now 5-2 on the season. And for the Warriors, they'll end the year 3-5. So another outstanding job by our Cedar Falls Community Television crew. Thanks going out to both coaches, giving us information about their teams. Great job. Well, again, our CFTV crew. That includes you, John Yoakum. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
All right. It was a good one tonight. The Tigers win 35-0. For John Yoakum, the coach, I'm Mark Simpson, and you've been watching Tiger Football on Cedar Falls Community Television.
Thanks for watching the Tigers on Cedar Falls Utilities, Channel 15.
The middle, Ostrich is free. Give him 6.
We're thankful for customers who choose CFU Cable TV. It's because of you that we can produce high-quality local high school sports.
Oh, what a catch.
Wow.
Trey Campbell.
This year we know it's especially important to have high school games on TV and online. Because of community support, we're able to provide a full slate of high school sports.
Daniel Hutchins in the open, gets past the defense, and he takes it all the way.
So thanks for being a CFU TV customer, and go Tigers!
Smile, we love to see you smile, but every once in a while, your smile may need attention. With Campbell and Beecher, your smile is your best feature, and we'll give your whole family the dental care they need. Cedar Valley Smile, smile with Campbell and Beecher.
Looking for the absolute best deals in Iowa on new Fords? Witham Ford in Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and LaPorte City has you covered. Looking for the Cedar Valley's largest Ford selection? Witham Ford has you covered. Our 3 locations means we're the Cedar Valley's largest Ford dealer, covering all of your Ford needs for sales, service, and parts. So shop the Ford dealer you can count on. Shop Witham Ford in Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and LaPorte City.
Everything we do is driven by you.